this is as good as it gets. For first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And that is good. Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Freak kicks to Thomas. Dishes it to Freak. To the inside. Here's O'Quinn, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Freak dishes to Calderon. Pass to Freak. They set the screen. And O'Quinn kicks to Calderon. And again, it's New York. Six seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Roten. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Knicks up 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after them. That's how they piled up all the points.
Chris Middleton is out there. It's Jabari Parker. Then there's Monroe. And it's Jared Bayless. And it's Roten in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Here's Calderon after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Pulls up on the elbow. Calderon, no good. Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Middleton. There's the pick. So New York ends up going with the new group. The Knicks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Porzingis passes to Freak. Good! Freak's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Carter Williams. He kicks it to Bass. Off target from three-point range.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Carter Williams following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And here is Carter Williams. He's got 8. Middleton on the wing. Lets it go. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Knicks leading by 6. Freak kicks to Anthony. It's rebounded by Bass.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Middleton dishes to Plumlee. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bass. Milwaukee, no good that time either. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Follow the pass to Lopez. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Middleton.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Oh, that's blocked. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He had 21 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. And that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far. The Knicks leading by 6. And it's Lopez penetrating, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Carter Williams kicks to Middleton. And stolen by Freak. Down low, here's a Flalo. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And now it's a 10-point Knicks lead.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Here's Bass. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And the first half is now in the books. Knicks lead by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what has been the focus for this team during the first half of play?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're bumping down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, challenging every possession count. And we're doing that in the first half.
Nice to see it come together on both sides of the ball, Melo. Thanks for the time.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at the point. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's a Flalo, and it's Anthony in at small forward.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on him. He can be a hard player to handle at times.
And Bass kicks to Carter Williams. Shot is off. And New York the other way now. Last time they met in New York.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort, and I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Craig Monroe. Doris, what's the update?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with head athletic trainer for the Bucks. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a level 1 twisted ankle. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
Well, thank you, Doris. Hopefully
Healthy.
that's good.
Just the height separation.
A Flalo outside. Passes to Freak. He feeds it to Carmelo. 5 to shoot. 18 feet out. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Takes it from 10. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now here's Freak, covered by Monroe. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some noise for your energy.
And what hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. Look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. Number 1, Carmelo Anthony. 3rd is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And, Greg, you can't post the kind of percentages they do unless you operate that way. I mean, you can't be undisciplined at the small forward spot if you hope to be an efficient shooter.
And here's Freak following Tony Roten's 3. Williams a screen. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. Bayless comes in for Carter Williams.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Freak. The rebound by the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Williams with a clean look, and the Knicks miss again. Bucks trail by 13. Now here's Roten. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Taken away by Anthony. Feeds to Freak. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got 20.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The feed to Bayless. All alone. No luck. New York leading by 15. There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. O'Quinn dishes to Calderon. Doubled by Plumlee. Freak passes to O'Quinn, and he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 17.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Kicks it to Plumlee. Middleton on the wing. Clock at 6. The 17-footer. And the shot is good.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Freak kicks to Williams, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Here is Bayless. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Oh!
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Knocked loose. That will count. Oh, a monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even kill and flatline that one.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. For the Bucks, Bayless comes in for Michael Carter-Williams. The Knicks also changing it up. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Freak subbed in for Jose Calderon. Jared Bayless is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Parker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. He doesn't get the second one.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Here is Bayless. It's good from long range.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they're going to break this season series tie with a big win here tonight, giving them a record of 2-1 for the year, with one final game left to go against the Bucks.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Now, here's Roten. Nice D from Freak. Smooth sailing for New York. The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. He dishes it to Williams. Here's Freak. O'Quinn, the pass to Thomas. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned, but
Jose, obviously the
2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the New York Knicks. A good roll continuing right now for the Knicks. They haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers. That's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel it a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game. But anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 82 games. Doesn't mean the team.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
right. We get 2 games a night, remember?
On the set.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying the injuries, they start to take a toll. Not just the big ones, the little ones. Type of injuries I hate are the freak injuries. One time, Ernie, I was walking with my shoes off, stubbed my toe.
That's called barefoot.
That's a freak injury. Stubbed my toe, was out for 6 weeks. So you got to get rest, eat well.
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. Today's game finds the Grizzlies winding down their road trip. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
And when you look at Memphis, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
Unfortunately, the season doesn't end today. There's a long way to go, but still, it looks like they're on the right track.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Allen and Green are the wings. White is out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Conley in at the 1.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Solid defense right there from Freak. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Magic.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. Outside Randolph. Passes it to Allen. Picked by Randolph. Launches it. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Allen.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now here's Freak. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
5 on the clock. Here's Lopez. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Here's Randolph. And he can't bank that one in. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And the pass to Porzingis. Off target from outside.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
The Knicks leading by 4. And it's Anthony with the jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris?
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Conley kicks to Green. Inside. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here for the Knicks. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Ben McLemore. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Wright. Green comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's up
to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Memphis. Now here's Freak, looking for his first basket still in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
On defense, Memphis, trailing here by 8. Freak kicks to O'Quinn. He feeds it to Freak. Just 4 to shoot. From 7.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
And another miss by Memphis. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Freak, covered by Conley. Williams kicks to Thomas. And here's Freak. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. McLemore dishes to Freak. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
They've worked hard in creating great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here's Conley, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. They set the pick. Drive by Adams. That's tipped. McLemore, the pass to Freak. Down low, here's O'Quinn, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And it's really baffling. I don't know how he lost his touch at the line so dramatically, guys. I mean, and it happened quickly as well. He's nowhere close to what he shot from the line last season.
And stolen by Freak. Kicks it to Williams. Williams has a screen for Freak. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Freak's got 5 now.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
At the line for your Knicks.
Free throw good, Freak.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good from Freak. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Knicks lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team. Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Knicks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Allen is out there with Adams, and it's Wright in at the 5 down low. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He dropped 14 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And the Knicks making a change here. Lopez is checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Mike Conley's checked in for Jordan Adams. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. New York leading by 9. Lopez kicks to Freak. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now here's Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Zach Randolph. Here's Freak. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. But they recover it. And Wright kicks to Conley. Dishes to Randolph. Second shot opportunity. Memphis shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw drops for Randolph. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's Allen after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Offensive rebound, Randolph. And O'Quinn sends it back. Now here's Freak, guarded by Green. Freak dishes to Lopez. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Now here's Freak. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Freak passes to Lopez. And there's the feed to Freak. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Allen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He kicks to Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Clock at 6. Nice job coming off that screen.
can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And now let's check in on the two guards from around the league and see which one of them is playing the stingiest defense over the span of the last 10 games. Tony Allen, number one.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
Well, it's a combination of the all-out effort and the flawless technique you just talked about. I mean, that's allowed him to climb that list. I mean, he's rightfully regarded as one of the league's toughest defenders.
New York on D. Michael Conley making his last shot. And O'Quinn sends it back.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Adams checked in. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Adams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Freak. A second chance effort. The shot's good from O'Quinn. And the Knicks lead by 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Now the dish to McLemore. The tray. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Conley. Pass to Adams. Jacks up a 3. Knicks with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And, Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And, guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
And we finished one half of basketball. New York ahead, up by 12. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
I mean, I've just been trying to take what the defense gives me, really. I know I can't just try and go right at them every time, but if they give me a look.
Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
Been a big game for Freak. He has 15 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Freak, he's in at the point. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's a Flalo, and it's Anthony in at the 3. That's Derek Fisher's 5 as we get going into the second half. Now here's Conley. Pass to Randolph. Randolph draws the double. Here's Wright, and he jams it with authority.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Here's Conley, following the score by New York. Here's Randolph. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Grizzlies have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Jeff Green on the wing. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The Knicks shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Now, Freak. He's got 15. Jumper off the screen. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his first 2 points.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned. And now let's get a look at the numbers for Mike Conley. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging about 18 points per, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Back to Aflalo. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Allen up top. He's guarded by Aflalo. Wright sets a screen for Conley. That's tipped and stolen by Freak. And a fast break now for New York. And the shot is good. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Randolph. He has 5. Conley kicks to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Poked loose and stolen by Aflalo. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Allen with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Conley with it. Out defended by Freak. Conley kicks to Allen. Good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And McLemore subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Here's Ennis. Outside, Green. Here's the screen. Up off the screen. And Ennis slams it in.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by New York. And stolen by Freak. To the middle, here's McLemore. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McLemore's got 4 this quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets. Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Off target with his three. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Ennis dishes to Adams. Randolph against Williams. Outside Randolph. 6 to shoot. Back to Adams from outside the arc, and he gets the bucket.
Jordan
Adams has got his third basket of the night right there.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Shoots from 12. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. Freak's checked in for the Knicks. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Randolph comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Adams in for Allen. So on the floor for Memphis. White is out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Green. Then it's Conley. And it's Adams in at the shooting guard position.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Afflalo drops them both.
Some good numbers for Afflalo. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Freak passes to Afflalo. Here's Freak. Kept alive. Here's Anthony. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Conley kicks to Randolph. Back to Conley. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Lopez, a screen on Conley. And Freak throws it down hard.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Just 3 to shoot. Conley. Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like... When you go home, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
New York leading by 13. The drive by Anthony. Freak dishes to Anthony. Lopez. And it's right, sending it back. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Green, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. And Allen subbed in for Jordan Adams. And both free throws good for Lopez.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And stolen by Freak.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Grizzlies.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And McLemore subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Wright. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Ennis in for Mike Conley. Freak with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Freak with it, working on Allen. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Feeds it to Ennis. Memphis moving that ball around. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by New York. Now here's Freak. Outside Williams. Here's Freak. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win.
Way to play.
Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background.
And, folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the...
You wanna get rich. You don't really want it.